It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
And welcome to another exciting episode of Be the Father You Always Wanted. I started this podcast as a young man who was raised without a father. And when I had my three lovely daughters, you know, it kind of came up. It actually came up in an interview with my wife, who's a news anchor on television. And, you know, she talked about, you know, since I wasn't raised with a father, how did I navigate that? And I said, well, you got to be the father you always wanted. And then, voila, that's how we got to this. And so, you know, I haven't posted in a while, but, you know, I'll say that, you know, my topic today is you don't have to be perfect. You know, dads are not perfect, and that's okay. You know, it's not about perfection. It's not about perfection. It's really, as I say, it's being there. You know, being there, being present, being a good listener, being non-judgmental. You know, it's a journey. And every day I learn something new. Now my daughters are, you know, 20, 19, and 16. And seeing these young ladies walking around the house, it blows me away. Because, and it's funny because the way I was raised by my mom is so much different than the way that we raise the kids. And even situations that happen, if I'm giving advice to someone, I probably handle it differently as an advice giver as I have as a parent. And let me say that I've been so blessed because we really haven't had crazy drama when it comes to raising the kids. Now, sadly, the kids have gone through their share of drama, I believe, for young people. I mean, they lost all of their grandparents, you know, as young people, which I know that can't be, that's no picnic. They were super close to their grandparents, not as close to my mom because she moved to the area later on, but Allison's parents basically were the only babysitters they ever knew. And, you know, both of us being so busy with media, they always leaned on their grandparents and they had them. And then to lose them in their early years, who knows what effect that has. But at the same time, they were so positively influenced by them. And even now, the legacy and will live on for now and for, of course, the rest of their lives. But, you know, but yeah, watching, I say we're not perfect because, you know, people always say there's not a book written. Well, I mean, there are a lot of books written now, but still, even though the books have been written, it don't mean that they work. Even though the information is out there, applying the information is the challenge. So first of all, as a father, number one, I think you just have to, you know, give yourself a break as far as being the perfect dad. Okay? Some areas you probably are super strong at and you got this. Other areas, not so much. But being there is a first step. If you can be with your children, that's a blessing in itself. A lot of you are not, and that sucks. But making the most time and getting the most time in that you can is number one, something that that has to happen. The being present, even if you're not in the household, but you get some quality time. They know they can call on you. You know you're there. You can't really win if you're spending time complaining about the mother, the wife, the baby mama, anything like that. You can't. Number one, do not waste a second complaining about what their other parent is not doing. That's not positive. Okay? My mother was never with my father, really. I mean, they were married for 17 years, and they weren't together. Then they were kicking it, here and there. And then one of those kicking it situations turned into me. And at that point, she, mom said, hey, it's time to move on. So my father was not a part of my life. And my mother spent not a second bad-mouthing, saying anything negative about him. He wasn't there. He didn't participate. Met him one time. But that's a lesson I learned. Don't waste that time, because number one, especially if they live with the other parent, it's like, what are you doing? That's just a waste of time. Number two, you're wasting your time. Your time is to get to know them, to spend time with them, to be present, to listen, So, yeah, my first thing would be, do not spend any time talking negatively about their other parent. The other part is, when I say be present, I never forget when the kids were little, I was at the park with them, and I was on my phone, and yes, we're at the park. Yes, we're doing something together, but I'm on my phone, and I read an article after that, probably a couple weeks after that, and I felt bad because I was thinking about that. When I took them for their walks or took them to the park, a lot of times I was on my phone. I was distracted, as opposed to giving them the time, listening to their conversations, playing with them at the park, getting it in, getting dirty, If they're climbing the monkey bars, you're climbing the monkey bars. If they want you to swing them, you swing them. If you want to play catch, play kickball, you do that, because what you realize when you get older is that, man, those times go so quickly. It passes so fast. You forget about it. You mean, what happened? Who am I looking at? This grown person. And you just wish you could just have a day when they were babies and you can smell them again. And remember when they were keeping you up all night and you had to change the diapers, or when you had to play with them. You just wish you could just have one day. But you can't, because that's not how it works. The next diaper you see will be the one you're wearing when they're taking care of you. So enjoy the moments. Be present. Listen to their rambling, not making sense conversations that will wear you out. Yes, listen. Even now, my youngest, boy, she will launch into something, or she'll be singing loud, or she'll be doing something, and the tendency is to be like, would you be quiet? But then you got to be like, you know what? Nope, because when I look at her older sisters, now 20, 21, she's with her boyfriend. She'll have time for me. So let me enjoy these bars of singing. Let me enjoy this breakdown of something that happened on TikTok. Let me lock into what is going on with the girlfriends, Be present. Listen. Let them know how much you love them. Let them know that they are the alpha and the omega of your life. Let them know that you are proud of them. Let them know that they can do anything. That's the funny thing when I look at, I'm a fan of Kanye West. I mean, he's obviously got some challenges. But the thing that I see when you see a Kanye West is, his parents told him he could do anything. He could be anything, and he believed it. That's what we all should do with our kids. They should believe they can do anything, believe they can be anything, because they can. You're the first person. You're the first cheerleader. Dads, I don't give a damn if you don't see them that often. I don't care what anybody says. You have so much power to inspire your children. If you let them know that you believe in them, they will believe it. Dads sometimes don't get it, man. Dads don't understand their power. Sometimes the relationship has beat you down. Sometimes life has beat you down, but they are looking at you. They're looking at you, and don't you get caught up, Dad, in your job or, don't let your self-worth be tied to your job and to your quote unquote success. This baby right here is a success. And even, no matter what they say, they really understand that. So you got to be that cheerleader. You got to believe in yourself and believe in them. You can't be insecure and trying to present a secure image. You got to love yourself. You got to love yourself and teach them how to love themselves. So, that's the thing, man. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about being perfect, and don't worry about what the kids say, what mom says, what the wife says. Don't worry about their words. All you do is show love. All you do is be present. All you do is listen. And there'll be times when you feel underevaluated or not appreciated. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay? You need to be that thing for them. All right, Dad. So, again, thanks for listening. It is Be the Father You Always Wanted. Share my podcast, like my podcast, follow my podcast. Also, make sure you check out my new website, reinventingmarcclark.com. I'm on the journey to be a better person, to be my best person, and I'm inviting you to come along and do the same. So, yes, reinventingmarcclark.com. Everything you need is there. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Hey, it's Cole Swindell. After I give everything I've got to land a perfect vocal, I usually take 5 before jumping into the next track. And I've learned exactly how to recharge in that time. Some folks grab coffee. I hit a quick good luck spin. Next thing you know, the break is just as fun as laying down the track. A better break makes for a better take. Need a break? Let's chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus TNC Supply. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.